All right, welcome back to the stream. I have silenced the background music because today we're going to be working on sound effects, so we don't want the music to be sort of in the background, messing up our ability to hear the sound effects. So I'm going to try it for this stream, and we're going to see how that goes. And yeah, we got a lot to do. I keep forgetting to change this size before my stream. But while we're waiting on that to restart, I want to call out again that if you want to support my work, you can check out the links in the description below. I've got several Udemy courses on sale, so you can go and purchase those if you are interested in building a game in the Godot engine. It's a great way to financially support me and to kickstart your Godot learning. Otherwise, you can sign up for my email list at firebelly.com, like and subscribe, watch my videos. Any little bit helps. So thank you in advance, and thank you to everyone who has already supported me. It means a lot. And with that, we'll get right into it. Hello, Rootbin. Your games look really cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Welcome back to the stream, by the way. Hello, Rin. Yeah, welcome. I saw your comments on a couple of the other VODs. Okay, so we're going to try some sound effects today. And I've got a whole list of sound effects that need to be got to. Let me pull those up so we can take a look. So I'm starting a list here, and this is not an exhaustive list, but a couple of things going on here. So we need these SFX. So cheese meteor for the rat, UI chains, selling, Gunforged UI sounds for selecting parts and runes. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. I want to start probably with the Lowrider spider. So tire squealing, engine, horn, something like that. So I want to see how well we can get that stuff going. So let me open up my Lowrider spider. I spent the past several hours, not this morning, but the past several hours of work on the game. I spent the past several hours migrating all of the sound effects that I'm using to the audio stream randomizer that is available in Godot 4. Previously, I had written a custom node that allowed me to randomize sound effects, but that has been overshadowed by some new features in Godot 4. So I went through the entire code base, all the existing sounds, and migrated all of those over to the built-in Godot way of doing things. And so now we're going to continue with that method for the Lowrider spider. So the first thing that we want to do is probably add some like tire squealing. Hello, Weird Bug Games. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Tupa. Good to see you both. So let's go to Ultra Search. And I apologize. I don't think there's a way that I can make this bigger, so you're probably not going to be able to read this, but this is the program that I use to search through my sound effects library that exists on my hard drive. So I featured this tool in the tools that I use for indie game development video that I made. So if you're interested on where exactly to get this, hop on over to that video and check it out. But what we're going to be looking for is for some tires. And it looks like we don't have very many options. So I'm going to play this. Some of these sounds aren't going to be great either. Yeah, that's not... So we're going to want some squealing. Okay, so let's try squeal. Do I really not have a sound effects for like tires screeching? What about screech? Horse screech? Well, we're not on a horse, so that's not going to work. Let's just search for car, I guess. So this is kind of the problem of doing sound effects like this, is that if the search term is not contained within the file name, then I will not see the file. Oh, that's a song, okay. Car, front windshield wiper, door. Light on. Hello, Andre. Why are some of my script icons bluish? Those are add-ons. Those are nodes that are coming from an add-on that I have installed. And so it marks add-on scripts as blue. No, your English is fine. Hello, Hassan. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Or Hassa N, depending on how you want it. Hello, Felipe. Welcome back. Nice to see you as well. So yeah, we got to find some, let's see. And let me know if you want me to turn the sound effects up at all. I think it should be a good level. I don't want it to overpower my voice while I'm talking.
Card.
Cartoon boing. Well, that's fun, but that's not exactly what we're looking for. Let's try engine. See if we can find some of the other sound effects that we need. So this might be a case where I'd have to go and find some sound effects for this use case specifically because I don't have a suitable one on my hard drive. A lot of these engine sounds are from like far away, which doesn't really match. Hello, Hybrid. The sound effects are good. Okay. Yeah, I figured it, I did some test recordings. It sounded like a good level to me, but... So those engines, those are like old tractor engines, these ones. Not exactly suitable for what I'm trying to go for. That one's kind of a cool sound, but still doesn't match. This is like 3 minutes long. Look at how specific, I don't know if you can read this. Ford Explorer 2004 SUV, like that doesn't tell me anything about the sound effect. Some of these sounds can't be played either because I think the file names are too long. I had to go through and fix a bunch of sound effects by renaming them. I just learned Lua and I'm learning to use it in Love 2D. Wanted to ask whether to commit to it or just to learn JavaScript along with Python. I think that you should commit to whatever you're having the most fun with. Because I think the most important thing is getting some games built, and I would recommend just using whatever tools and scripting is most fun, is most likely to lead you in the direction of making games and finishing them. Because if you hate the scripting language or the engine that you're using, you're probably not going to enjoy it very much. So yeah, I think, you know, stick with Lua if you're having fun with it, and you can always learn the other stuff later. You need to download all of the archives. Yeah. So each year is like its own set of sound effects. So if you want the whole suite, you got to download each year. You're welcome. You are welcome. Okay, so these sounds might be a lot harder than I thought they were going to be. Mustang. Retro engine. Sci-fi jet engine, steam engine. Well, it's not a steam engine. Yeah, that's probably too long. Is it really that hard? Like, I don't know. Just need a very simple engine sound. Okay. That's kind of a nice one, that startup sound, but it's too far away. Well, let's try this. That's a good one. Looking for a horn for that Lowrider spider as well. Oh, we don't want like a Viking horn. That's not what we want. That's kind of a good one. I'd have to chop that up. Clown horn. That's a pretty good one as well. Excavator exterior horn. Do I want to use that one? Excavator exterior horn. Yeah, let's try that. So, how do I want to do this? I think I want to use Audacity to chop this up. Skip. Drag that over. Basically just going to take that, and we're going to do File, Export Audio. Yeah, let's create a new folder in here. Does Godot have any way of cutting sounds, or do you have to use an external tool? Oh yeah, no, Godot does not have a way of cutting sounds. Not that I'm aware of anyway. I think you can set like, you can play a sound from a certain point. So if there's like a beginning of a sound that's just like empty space, you could set like a play from 0.5 seconds or whatever. But yeah, I don't think there's a way of cutting it. I'm just going to call this vehicle horn, like so. Entire project sample rate. Why is the sample rate so high? I don't know. Okay, well, export. I'm not really that familiar with Audacity, so give me just 1 second real quick. All right, sorry about that. Cat was being a little bit rowdy. So I've got that vehicle horn now. The question is, do I want to I might as well just try to implement it now. So let's see, where do I want to put this? I kind of just dump all my audio into this folder here, which is probably not great, but. So there's my vehicle horn. So when do I want to play that? I probably want to play that before. So let's do this. Car animation player. Spider. Probably just want to do this. Audio stream player. Let's do. Actually, probably don't need. Yeah, I don't need an audio stream randomizer for this, so I can just drag this on over. This vehicle horn here. Keep the pitch the same, change the bus to sound effects. Cool. And then let's go ahead and rename this to horn stream player. And then let's go ahead and grab a reference to that. Node private audio stream player. Horn stream player. All right, and then in the charge windup, we're going to want to play in here. So let's do this. Horn stream player dot play. And then I'm also going to do like a get tree create timer. Let's do like 0.2 or 0.4 f false dot timeout plus equals I don't know if I should do this actually. I just want to trigger the horn again after a certain amount of time. I guess this would be fine. I just need to say if is instance valid. I just want to prevent a crash because it's possible that the Lowrider spider could be deleted at this point. So I guess I just need to be careful, that's all. Okay, so let's see if that works. Should hear him do like a honk honk, a beep beep when he starts his charge. Spawn Lowrider spider. Okay, well that didn't work. What is going on? Oh, max polyphony? I think I need to set that to 2. Hello, Juan. I'm currently enjoying your streams. Are you using a state machine for the character? If so, any particular approach? Why is that not working? Oh boy, we're already having problems with the sound effects. Yeah, so I'm using a state machine for a lot of my characters. For the player, the state machine is actually relatively short, but for instance, this Lowrider Spider boss, I have a state machine implementation, a delegate state machine. And basically what this does is this just stores references to the state functions themselves. And then the state machine under the hood kind of manages the transitions between those things. So for instance, for the normal state, I have a state normal function. So it's just a function in here or a method. And then I have an enter state normal, which triggers when the normal state is first entered. And then I have a leave state normal, which is triggered when the state is left. And so the state machine internally just basically allows me to call the proper state function depending on what's happening. And then all I need to do is call state machine.update in the process or physics process method. And yeah, that's basically the implementation. If you go to my GitHub and you look for Godot utilities, it's one of my open source repositories, you'll be able to find the implementation for this delegate state machine in there for C#. So yeah. How old was I when I started programming? I was right around 14 years old, if I remember correctly. So I'm 30 now. So 16 years ago. I released an open source Godot sound manager on my GitHub, Virtually Retro. Oh, cool. What does that do? What is the add-on do? Hello, see you, Dev. Welcome, welcome. So I got to figure out why this horn isn't working. Let's get rid of this second play. Wait, state charge windup. Oh, I did it in the wrong place. That's why. I need to do in the enter state charge windup. Okay, that makes sense. It was a developer error. Imagine that. So we need some kind of sound effect for that as well. Nice. Turn that down a little bit. You can see why sound effects take so long. Sound effects is like a lot of work. Trying to find the right sound effects, then implementing them with the right timings and everything. Nice. Okay, so that's looking better. Ow. Oh, is that? Okay, so we got one sound effect in there. Woo! One sound effect. I still need like tire squealing engines. I got the horn, but bullet, bounce. Yeah, so there's a lot. So I think I'm having difficulty finding sound effects for the Lowrider Spider. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to implement some of these other ones because I'm going to need to go find some specialty sounds that I don't have readily available. And I don't know if that's going to be all that entertaining to watch me try to browse the internet for proper sounds. So at least we got one part of the Lowrider Spider done. Add a horn to Lowrider Spider. It's a simple MP3 audio manager that manages all sounds in an audio stream player within the sound manager, so no need to add sound nodes to any scene. Nice. You like the horn, nice. Yeah, I like how it turned out. Is that obsidian? It is obsidian, yeah. It is obsidian. Okay, what are some of the other sounds we got going on? So, bubble gun. So let's try getting some bubble gun sound effects, huh? So, what am I doing? Let's go to Ultra Search. Let's look for bubble. Those are some pretty good ones. Watery interface bubble notification. Well, those are supposed to be notification sounds, but is that, well, let's just bring all these over. Assets, audio. Let's just bring all those over. Where did those end up? Watery. This one is just completely broken, so I'm going to delete that. That's not even playing anything. That one also doesn't sound right. So it looks like we'll end up with 3. Nice. Okay, so then I can go to my bubble receiver. And the way the receiver works is if there are any audio stream players, it will just automatically pull those in. So I can do a new audio stream randomizer, 1.1 and 2. We've got 3 streams. That's the wrong one. Watery interface, bubble notification, boom. All right. So let's go into, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull in my old save data, which has a bunch of stuff unlocked. Rename this. Okay. I should be able to give myself a bubble gun now from the gun table, and I can see how that sounds. Oh, the other thing I need to do is I need to change this max polyphony to 3. All right. Ah, shoot. Add gold 1000. Add health -3. That's going to give me 1,000 gold. Okay. Nice. There we go, bubble sound. So the bubbles is attached to the receiver. Perhaps the audio should be attached to the type of bullet that's being shot. That might make more sense, but we'll have to see. Because I could put a different magazine on this. Yeah, probably needs to be based on the type of bullet being shot. That would probably make more sense. Shoot, do I need to change that now? Probably should change that before it becomes too big of an issue. Watery interface sounds like a new JavaScript framework. Yeah, it does. All sounds are persistent across scenes and there's auto pitch shifting if you need it. Nice, yeah. Sounds good, nice. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's like, that's nice when things work out that way. So, okay. So we're going to say that's good. So add bubble SFX. I'm just going to commit these as I go through them. All right, bubble gun is done. Gunforged UI sounds for selecting parts and runes. Selling sound cheese meteor. That is something that we need. Cheese meteor. So that's for the Rat King. So let's see if we can find a good sound for that. I guess I'll keep Audacity open just in case I need it. But let's go to Godot and let's check out the cheese meteor, and then we'll see if we can find a good sound effect for that. UI sound effects, I'm hoping are going to be relatively straightforward, but we'll see. So yeah, that cheese meteor attack that just happened needs to have some kind of sound effect. Ouch. Okay, so it needs to be some kind of like impact sound. So let's search for impact. We don't want some kind of like metal impact. We want, ooh, that's a big one. Impact body flesh. It's a little bit too squishy. Still a bit too squishy. Mud? No. Snow might work. Not wood. Not wood. Funny impact? Okay. Let's see. Hammer on wood, impact shatter. What is this? Nope. Thud? Nope. Yeah, the impact flesh kind of works. Too squishy. Hard impact, heavy impact. They're all so wet. Yeah, that's exactly right. If you thought getting the engine SFX was hard, can't wait for the search for cheese meteor. Yeah. Soft splat, maybe. Yeah, we're looking for something like that. No metal, no metal. Bullet impact dirt. Glass. Cute impact. Punch, grit, punch general body. That might work. It's not as wet as you said. That could work. Let's give it a shot. Where'd it go? Punch general body impact. Here we go. Cheese meteor. Okay, I think what I need to do in here is add a child node, audio stream player, 2D. Okay, max distance 300 SFX, new audio stream randomizer, streams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll drag on over all of these. Wish there was a quicker way to do this, but okay. So there's my audio stream player. I'm going to call this Impact Stream Player. And let's see what that sounds like. Node private audio stream player 2D. Impact stream player. Here, tween.tween callback. Callable.from. Impact stream player.play. All right, let's give it a shot. Hello, Samurai. Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Spawn the Rat King. Let's hear what the cheese sounds like. Interesting. Why were all those sounds out of sync? Maybe I put the thing in the wrong place. That sounds good though. It just needs to be played at the right time. Scale. Oh, I did put this in the wrong spot. It needs to go here. Try it again. Ouch. Ouch. Still wrong. Still wrong. I don't have this parallel. Oh, it is parallel. I gotta call chain here, I guess. Okay. Always something with the tweens. Now it should work. We'll hear all the cheese splatting on the ground. That sounds great. It just sounds like... Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm happy with that. Add cheese in meteor SFX. It almost has a rhythm to it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think all the cheese meteors are equally spaced apart in terms of time. And then the pitch is being randomized for each of the sound effects. So yeah, it kind of gives it somewhat of a rhythm, like you said. Okay, call that one good. Cheese meteor. Shock grenade launch and impact. So there's a lot of these kind of affixes that need sound effects. Shock grenade launch and impact. Okay, so let's try this. I have a grenade launcher. Yeah, so let's do this. Shock grenade artillery bullet component. It's not going to be entirely correct to put this on the audio on this directly, but I'm going to do it anyway. So add child node audio stream player 2D. 300, put this on the SFX bus. You know what Godot needs? There needs to be a way of, this would be like a UX thing, where you can define like a preset of all of the properties for a node 2D. So like having variants of a node 2D, right? So I could go in and say, I want to create a variant, like an SFX variant for the audio stream player 2D. And then when I add it to my tree, it automatically gets added with this max distance being 300 and the bus being SFX. So that way I don't need to do that every time. It would be nice just to be able to define like what variants that contain the initial state when you add it to the tree. Now, I'm sure somebody could write a plugin for that. Would resources work for that? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think if there's like a way you could use Godot systems to handle that. I think you'd have to write an add-on to do that. I don't think you could use anything else. Because this is none of this is a resource. All of this is just properties on the object itself. So it would need to be, yeah. Yeah, you could save it as a scene for sure. But I just don't, that seems clunky to me to just like save a standalone scene just for some defaults. But maybe that would be the way to do it. I don't know. Anyway, so what did I say? Grenade launcher shot. So let's do this. New audio stream randomizer 1.1, 2. I'm going to see where this is used. View owners. Oil receiver. Yeah, I want to turn down the volume on this by default. Oops. Some of these sounds are very loud to start with. Boom. Boom. Now I guess I could just turn autoplay on, right? Let's just turn autoplay on. And for my MOS receiver, I forgot what the affix is called actually. Shock grenade. So I just got to put a shock grenade on my weapon so that I can actually test it. My debug menu doesn't currently have a way of allowing me to add affixes to my guns. It's only a 5% chance, so we're going to be sitting here for a while. There we go. Okay, so that sounds great. Okay, there's my sound effect for the launcher. Now it needs a sound effect for the impact. So the impact here, on impacted. On impacted. I think I can use this persistent sound component here. Do I have some kind of explosion I can use in here already? Spell electric shock. What does this sound like? Yeah, I might as well just use that. Boom. Paste. Haha. I cheated. Okay, and then we'll get a reference to that persistent sound component. And then an on impacted here, I can say persistent sound component dot play. And what that does is that essentially it takes that persistent sound component, it removes it from the tree, adds it to the parent of the owner, sets the global position to the position it was at, and then it calls play on all the child audio stream players. And then it listens as those audio stream players are finished. And once they're all done, it will free itself. So this is a way of getting around the problem of, you know, you want to cue free something, but you also want to play a sound like on death. And the problem is if that sound remains a child of the scene that you're freeing, then the sound is going to get cut off because it's going to stop playing. So you actually have to remove this node from the tree and put it somewhere else before you cue free whatever triggered the sound effect. So with that in place, let's see what happens. Oh, it's almost 2 in the morning, so I'm off to bed. I'll watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Have a good one and all. Thanks, Rin. You too. Have a good night. Hello, Ariane. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Nice. That seems to be working great. Or make it invisible once the sound finished, then cue free. Yeah, the problem with that, though, is that then you have a bunch of state to manage, right? Because you may write your object with the assumption that it's still in the game and interactable and, you know, maybe it's got hitboxes attached to it. Maybe it's playing other sounds that do need to stop. Maybe it's got some pathfinding code or whatever. And so if you want to keep it in the scene tree just to allow a sound to finish playing, then you also need to handle all of that state as well, right? You need to make sure that all the hitboxes get disabled, that it stops running any state logic, that it stops it being targeted by other entities in the tree. And that can get very messy as well. And so I find it easier. I mean, yes, for simple cases that absolutely would work, but I find it easier to just delete the object when it's supposed to be deleted, when it's been destroyed, and then just create or move around instances of the sound effect. Tends to be a little bit easier in my opinion. But yeah, for simple cases, you can absolutely just turn it invisible, and that might work in this case actually. Yeah, I actually think that this is simple enough that would have worked in that case. But I've already got this persistent sound component, so might as well use it. Okay, so that's done. Shock grenade impact. Okay, so Gunforged UI sounds for selecting parts and runes. So this, I want some kind of click, like a UI click sound for that. What's used for the UI audio manager? Okay, click player. Because I want some kind of, so if I go to my Gunforged UI, it was the local to scene flag. Oh yeah, from the problem from yesterday. Nice. Welcome back to the stream, by the way, Christopher. So I need sound effects for all of this stuff. So when I'm clicking on these things, when I'm grabbing this and slotting them over here. So I need to find some good sound effects for that. So maybe I'll just look in here. I'm looking for UI specifically. I guess searching just UI was not good enough. Sometimes I just click on sound effects that I know I'm not going to use because they sound interesting. And if I think, oh, I could actually make use of that somewhere in the game, I'll drag them over. So some of these I'm clicking on I know I'm not going to use, but I don't really want a click sound. Interesting. That could be a good sound for equipping gun parts. I think if I grab the first 6 of these. So what was that? Weapon UI 1. Oh, I should probably move those. Move to Assets, Audio, UI. Now to draw the rest of the owl. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Eric Grove Art. For your 2D lighting, are you using Canvas Modulate at all? I am, yes. Yeah, I'm using Canvas Modulate in all of my, arenas. And the question is, do I want to... Yeah, I probably want to add this to my UI audio manager, so... Equip part, equip gun, part player. Yeah, this just needs to go into SFX. New stream randomizer 1.12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, and 06. Node private audio stream player. Okay, let's try that out. So let me go to my Gunforged UI. Get rid of these breakpoints. Is there like an equip gun part in here? Yeah, here we go. UI audio manager.play equip gun part. All right, let's give that a shot. I'm learning how powerful it is. Yeah, I think, yeah, what I'm doing with my Canvas Modulate is instead of using like a pure black color for like darkening it, I will choose something like a dark purple instead, which makes it look a little bit more moody. Like if I were to open up my graveyard arena, the modulate component here, yeah, I'm using like this kind of blue color, which kind of makes it look a little bit, yeah, like I said, moodier, versus if I had just chosen black. It still looks good, but yeah, with the blue, I think it looks pretty nice. So you could play around with that too, using different colors for it. What am I using for Kanban project management? Doesn't look like Trello. Yeah, it's Obsidian, the note-taking app Obsidian with the Obsidian Kanban community plugin. So you'd have to go and install that add-on or whatever plugin, I guess they're called. Okay, that's one sound effect down for that. What else? I need like when the inventory slots are selected. So let's try click, I guess. Watery interface click, huh? Switch is sometimes a good one to search as well. Semi-auto rifle safety switch. So that is not explicitly labeled as a UI, but I could definitely use this for the UI here. I kind of want to use the rifle one. Maybe I'll use these heavier switch sounds for when I actually drag and drop a rune. But then I'll use these lighter switch sounds for just selecting like the parts to preview. So let's try, yeah, let's bring all these over here. Do I want to put them in the UI folder? I mean, I'm going to use them for UI, but they're also not explicitly for UI. I don't know. I'm not really organizing my audio files at all. They're just like all going into a single folder with some light organization in here. But yeah, audio is tricky. Okay, so let's go to the UI audio manager. Let's do an audio. Well, let's just duplicate this one. Let's make this unique. So this, we're going to say drop rune player or drop inventory item player. So this is going to be like the heavy rifle switch. Yeah, gun rifle safety switch 01 and 02. And then let's do another, let's just duplicate this one again. Make unique. This is going to be the select inventory item player. Randomizer, streams, We'll add another element here. We'll do the semi-auto rifle. Safety switch. Cool. Hello, Fox Shadow. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Hello, Game Dev Doggy. Good to see you again as well. Getting some sound effects done. I'm missing my lo-fi music, but that's all right. So drop inventory item player. Select inventory item player. Instance.drop inventory item player.play. Okay, and just for good measure, we'll do a max polyphony of 2 on both of those. We'll do the same for this one, I suppose. Just do the same for all of them, just in case we call play twice in quick succession. It will play both the sounds instead of cutting off the first one. So in the Gunforged UI, we need to play the drop inventory item, so I get to figure out where to put those things, I suppose. Okay. Do I have a Discord? I do not. I do not. Organizing and reorganizing sound samples is always an ongoing process, and even then, you still can't find that one sound you heard that one time. Yeah. I think what I'll probably do is, as I start building out my game projects, I kind of keep gravitating toward the same kinds of sound effects, and so I'll just have like a bunch of games using sounds that I like, and I can just go back into the repositories and like copy over all the sound effects and use them again. I keep accumulating them, and I know one day I'll use it. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy, especially if you've got the hard drive space. Like, you'll see on Reddit a lot of times people will be like, hey, here's a free sound effects pack of like 100 sound effects. And if I don't have an immediate need for them, I'll still go ahead and download it and store it in my hard drive, because I'm just building up my library. And that makes doing something like this a lot easier when I'm actually ready to build a game and include a lot of sound effects. I'm like spoiled for choice, right? I don't have to start from scratch every time. How different is the coding in C# in Godot from Unity? I have used Godot and liked it, just not too much of a fan of GDScript. I want to know if it's similar. Well, it's still C#, so there's not going to be anything like super fundamentally different. The differences are basically going to come in with respect to how the scripting language interacts with the engine. So I would say that there's actually quite a few similarities. So my understanding is that Unity has like some methods that it will automatically call, like awake and what is it, like fixed step or something like that. And Godot has very similar things, like the ready method will be automatically called, the process method will be automatically called. So it's very similar in that way. Yeah, honestly, I think that you probably aren't going to have that much trouble adapting from Unity to Godot. It's just a matter of learning how you're supposed to do things the Godot way. But it's I would say it's probably not that big of a leap. So that would be my, now, I mean, you could take that with a grain of salt. I haven't used Unity that much, but yeah, my hunch is that you wouldn't find it to be super difficult to adjust. Okay, so on inventory slot cell pressed. Okay. UI audio manager dot select play select inventory item. Oh, man. On-grid inventory updated. Refresh equipped affixes. These are inventory grids here. Inventory grid. On slot pressed. There's like an inventory manager or something. I don't know how any of this works. Inventory grid manager component. Here we go. I think in here, UI audio manager dot play drop inventory item. I don't know. Let's see how that works. I wrote a small API wrapper back when switching from Unity to Godot to map the common lifecycle names. Oh, nice. Would it be fine if I may or may not have borrowed code from Haywire? I think that's fine. Did I not mark it as like oh, you know what? I probably didn't mark it as like MIT license because the sound effects are probably not free to distribute. But yeah, you could take the code. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. That sounds much better. Nice. Okay, I also need to do that in here. On grid slot secondary pressed. I think that's right. Let's try that. I'm missing one. On grid slot modified. Oh yeah, I need to put that there as well. Goodness, this is a mess, but we're getting there. Ran the wrong scene. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. Okay, let's commit this, what I've got so far. But we're not done with the gun sound effects because I need to have a selling sound for that, which I've already got some gold in here, or like coins. That's such a weak coin sound. Wonder if I can find a better one. These sound like plastic coins instead of metal coins. That sounds much better. But that has an echo to it, which I'm not sure I like. Coins explosion. Maybe there's a non-echo one. That might be too much though. That's kind of a good one. Coin bag one. Maybe we'll use those.
Coins.
Coins.
Coins. Coins.
Oh, goodness. That's a good one. Those are our retro sounds. I might use this one. Coins. Coins in sack dropped on soft surface dot wave. Let's use that one. Oh, you know what? I should probably put that in the currency directory. Coins in sack dropped on soft surface dot wave. Okay, I'm just going to create this one. Sell player. Or trade player. I might use that for the shop as well. So let's make this unique. We'll keep the randomizer because it randomizes the pitch as well. But we'll just go ahead and drop that there. And then let's go to the UI manager. Node private audio stream player. Trade player. Oops. Play trade. All right. Now I got to figure out where that selling is. On inventory slot sell pressed. Nice. So in here, UI audio manager.play trade. All right, let's give that a shot. I have to do exactly the same. Been working like 3 hours and no commits. Yeah, I think committing frequently, it just makes me feel better. Like, okay, I've got a lot of stuff here. And it's not only because like I'm worried about, oh, what happens if my computer dies right now? It's mostly like I'm worried about like the chance of me messing something up dramatically increases as the list of uncommitted changes grows. So it's like it gets to a critical point where I'm like, I could mess up all this work very easily if I don't at least commit or stage these changes. First one just need their transient boosted. Too soft at the start, yeah. Okay, let's see if this works. So if I do this, nice. We need some kind of rune extract, which I can probably, let's see. Where is that extract rune happening? Here. UI audio manager dot play select inventory item. Try this again. I like those sounds. Nice. Yeah. It's always so satisfying adding sounds to a game. Yeah, it can be satisfying. It's kind of annoying to get them in place, but once everything comes together, yeah, it does start to sound good. Yes. Welcome to the stream, Adnan. Hello, Breckheck. Juicy sounds add so much to a game. Yeah. Yep. Can't overlook the sounds. Actually, maybe I should play the other one. Play drop inventory item. Cool. That sounds good to me. UI audio manager dot register buttons. I'm going to register the close texture button in here as well. Oh, are you serious? Doesn't like that? Is close texture button not a button? Oh, it extends base button. Oh, so this probably needs to be base button then. Okay. So I can register that. So now when I click the close texture button, it should play the little UI click. Hello, Algo Buddha. I want to buy your Udemy course. I have no experience with Godot. Which one should I get? Your old course or the new one? So I think I would get the new course is C#, and the older course, the Vampire Survivors course, is GD script. So I would recommend, if you're new to Godot, starting with GD script, the GD script version. And unless you have experience with C#, then you could jump right into C#, but I would recommend starting with the GD script one first. So hopefully that helps. And thank you for your interest. And thank you for being here. You got some great sounds. A while ago, I bought this mega pack of sounds for only like $20, and I'm still grateful for it. Yeah, you got to grab those opportunities when they come up, because you'll definitely, I mean, if you stick with game development, you'll definitely want them. So I've been doing the same. Just grab up the packs as you see them. The Sonus audio pack is really good. Like, that's a perfect place to start building your sound effects library, in my opinion. Okay, so Gunforged UI sound effects. All right. Maybe we should do the shop. UI as well. I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of the same stuff in here. Let's see. UI audio manager dot register buttons. Close texture button. So yeah, we're gonna need a lot of stuff in here. UI audio manager play. Equip gun part. Should I play the trade here? UI audio manager dot play trade. UI audio manager dot play select inventory item. Let's try what those do, or let's see what those do. Humble bundle is great for stuff like that, yeah. Okay. That seems to be relatively good. The heal button is not there, so maybe I need some kind of like heal sound effect. What is the health globe? Bottle open. Is there some kind of like better heal sound effect I can use? Open healthy crackers packet. Like, really? These heal sound effects are all too magical. Yeah, those aren't going to work. But I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put this in my shop UI and trigger this when the heal is pressed. So heal stream, oop. I mean, maybe I should just put this on the player. I wonder if that would make more sense. So if I went to player here, heal stream player, and then I grab a reference to that. Private audio stream player 2D. Heal stream player. On health changed. If health update is heal, heal stream player dot play. And then what I can do is from the health globe, I can actually remove this collected stream player. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. So we'll get rid of that. Let me just make sure I don't have a reference to that anywhere. Okay. And then in the shop, well, that will automatically be handled now in the shop UI. When I click heal, it will heal the player, and then the player will trigger the health sound. So I think that's going to be all right. So let me try that out. Yeah, you do need a large hard drive for the Sonus bundle. Yeah, I mean, this is why I recommended in my indie game tools video to get a lot of storage. Like I have a network attached storage where all of my, like everything is backed up. I've got lots of, well, the sound effects are all backed up there, but then all the videos that I produce for YouTube, all that's backed up, and that's terabytes of data. And it's just like, you never know when you're going to want all that stuff again. You know, if your YouTube account gets deleted or whatever, you have all of your finalized videos, you can go upload them somewhere else, all that kind of good stuff. So I think, yeah, if you're really involved in digital media, I don't think you can go wrong spending the money buying a bunch of hard drive storage and backup services. It's just, I think that just makes sense. Hello, Zout. I love the streams and content. Been wanting to catch you live for a while now as I had a question. I love your videos and it's super informative, great to watch workflow. However, I use Unity and was wondering if you know of anyone you would suggest to watch that does things similarly to you, so I can see how they do things within Unity and not Godot. Yeah, I guess it depends on, well, so the first answer I have is I don't watch Unity content, so I'm afraid I can't recommend anyone specifically. So, but if you have any specific questions on like, maybe how you want to translate an aspect of what I'm doing over to Unity, I can help. Like the composition-based design, my understanding is that Unity lends itself very well to that. Like Unity, you actually put components on all of your Unity objects. So it's already, I mean, it's basically like, just like Godot in that sense, except it uses components rather than nodes, right? So I would imagine you can apply a lot of the composition-based design to Unity as well as Godot. But yeah, if you have any specific questions, I'm happy to elaborate further. Frosted Animal Cracker Crumble .wave. Yeah, these sound effects are really named like this. The heal samples are a little try-hard, yeah. Like, I just, something simple like, oh, you know, it would be really funny, like, after you've been drinking and you take a drink, you go, ah, like, that would be really good sound effect for healing. Gunforged sounds, yeah. Are these Sonus GDC sounds? Yeah, I would say the vast majority of them are. There are some sound effects mixed in there that come from other sources, but I don't add anything to my sound effects library unless I have like a perpetual commercial license for it. So either the sounds are public domain, or I've purchased them and the license states that I can use them in an unlimited number of commercial projects. Yeah, Brachy's is good, yeah. Brachy's is starting to get into Godot, right? Yeah, okay, so that's working good. So that should automatically work. Oh, I forgot to reset this. That would have been bad. Oh, do I want to add spawn? Oh, that works, nice. Sweet. Okay, that's all still working. Nice. Okay, I think that's good. So we got the selling sound. So now UI chains. So I've got all these chain panels is kind of what I'm calling them. And the chain panels are, let's see. Yeah, so like all this stuff that comes down. So what I want to do is I want to add sound effects for that when they get animated in. So I need to, let's take a look at the, what's a good option? Player stats UI. This is a good one to look at. So yeah, we want to get all those chain sound effects going. So I'm going to be looking for that. But I need to take a quick 2-minute break before I continue with that. So in the meantime, while I'm on that little quick break, if you'd like to support my work, please check out the links in the description below. Purchasing one of my courses is a great way to financially support me. Wishlisting Gunforged, liking the videos, subscribing, all that good stuff. Any little bit helps, and your support is greatly appreciated as I try to make it as an indie game developer. And yeah, I'll respond to the comments in chat when I get back. So I'll be right back. Actually, before I go on my little break, let me get, there we go. I can get some music playing so the stream's not quiet while I'm gone. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I appreciate it. It's just fantastic watching your entire workflow, seeing how you go about things. It's more just wanting to see someone use the program in a natural flow state. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be more help there, but you're welcome. There's a module called Godot that is pretty much Godot re-envisioned with ECS. That's interesting. Brackies is doing a lot of Godot content. Yeah. Speaking of courses, do you have a referral link to your Survivors course? Yeah, so the links in the description below, those are my referral links. So yeah, if you just wanna, if you're interested in purchasing the course, please use the links in the description below, because if you purchase using that link, I get the overwhelming majority of the sale. So that helps me much better than if you go to Udemy and then search for my courses and buy them that way. Finished the puzzle course recently and wanted to do that one with C#, but on description links. There's only puzzle and platform ones. Oh, really? Is that... Oh, did I not update that correctly? Let's see. Oh, I didn't update that, huh? Why did I guess that's been wrong for a while. I'm going to have to go and retroactively update all my stream links. Oops. Thanks for pointing that out. Let me get my... Yeah, let me go and get... I'm going to update that right now, actually. Create a complete 2D survivors, yeah. Oops. Okay, I just updated the description with the updated link, but I'm going to have to go back and retcon all of the recent live stream descriptions. Anyway, I should probably write that down, actually. Otherwise, I will forget. I keep forgetting to write the weekly newsletter update that I need to write as well. So I'm going to do that today, probably. For the email list. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and... yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I can't believe that was wrong. Oh, my marketing. No. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So let's see. Chains is what we're looking for. Big chain gun. These are promising. These are promising, but I just need to find a good one. Chain 4 sounds decent. Actually, chain 1-1 through chain 1-4. That sounds good to me. So I'm gonna bring those over. Chain panel animator component. Add the audio stream player here. This goes on the SFX bus. New audio stream randomizer, random offset. We'll do a random pitch as well. Do 4 of these. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's grab the audio stream player now. Node private audio stream player. Drop tween dot play or dot tween callback callable dot from. Can I do audio stream player dot play here? Nope. So that should work. And then the play up, or play out rather, do the same thing here. Up tween. You need a chain sound that has a mechanical spool sound behind it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how easy that's going to be to come by. I can get like a winch sound effect and play it at the same time. Which I might have to do. But let's see what that does. Doesn't sound terrible. Let's go to victory screen. Ooh, that needs a sound effect too. Write that down. Okay, that sounds actually pretty decent. I'm gonna search for like a winch sound effect though, and see. But I think that sounds pretty decent actually. See what it looks like when I open up like the pause or just interact with the game here. That sounds pretty good. Got some issues here. What is that from? Pause menu? Can I recreate this? Hold on, let's see if I can recreate this issue here. Oops. Not is inside tree is true. Why is that happening? Game auto load pause manager add lock. Pause manager. (21) instance get tree. It says the instance is not in the tree. Did I remove that accidentally? Globals, auto load. Pause manager's there. So that's in the tree. Not is inside tree is true. I like that, but definitely a spool of sound would help. Yeah, I think what I need to do is find like a spool sound, but only play it. I don't want to play it for every single chain panel animator component, I don't think. But I might have to, we'll see. Actually, the other thing I want to do too. True. Okay, so that's actually inside the tree. What is not inside the tree then? I don't know why that's happening. I'm gonna have to figure that out. In any case, all right, I was gonna write this down. Move weapon SFX to magazine instead of receiver. Oops. So I want to do that for sure. Do I need to figure this out right now? This not is inside tree issue. Probably should. Base level 60. Get viewport set input as handled. I don't know why this would start breaking all of a sudden. That's interesting. It's like failing inside of the Godot internals, it looks like. Not is inside tree is false. I wish you would tell me which node you're trying to look at. Not is inside tree. What are some of your favorite extensions for Obsidian? I got the Kanban one you use and it's been great so far. Yeah, I think that's basically the only one that I have. I mean, I got a couple of other ones. Let's see. Community plugins. I've got reading time, which gives you like a time estimate to read something. So that's useful when I write scripts for my videos. It gives me a rough like time, like how long the voiceover is going to be, which is really helpful. It at least allows me to get into the ballpark. Like if I want to create a 10-minute video, it allows me to know like, okay, how long does a script need to be for it to be 10 minutes? And then simple embeds will embed YouTube and Twitter stuff. So those are the only plugins I have installed. But yeah, I like the Kanban one a lot. Use VS Code debugging. Well, the VS Code debugging is not going to help me here because it's failing inside of the Godot internals. So I don't think that's going to help me. It's not even telling me like which node it thinks isn't inside the tree. So I don't even know what I would be debugging. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Pause on exception. Yeah, let's see. We'll see. I don't think that's going to be helpful, but we'll find out. So we'll turn all exceptions on. Oh, that doesn't work either because it's not like it's an issue with the Godot internals, this error. It's not going to have a breakpoint at any C# code because it's not the C# code that's failing. It's this error is being printed from the Godot C++ script, which I suppose I could go and look at it. Node.cpp. Can process. Sometimes this is helpful. A lot of times it's not. Mostly because I don't know C# or C++ that well. But typically, if you go to the Godot source code, you can get a good idea of like how the internals are actually working. And this is basically just, yeah, it's failing. So, well, that doesn't help. So there's the failure condition that's happening. It's failing if it's not inside tree. So I don't know, what node does it think is not inside the tree? That's super bizarre. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue why that's happening. If I just start up the pause menu by itself, does it also spit that error? It does. Well, what the heck? I wish it would tell me which node it thinks is not inside the tree. This does not help. My guess is that there's some node in the tree somewhere that is not inside, but why would it be? If event is action pressed, action paused. I'm going to try something. Let's use the almighty deferred call and see if that helps. Maybe there's something happening here where it's trying to remove something from the scene tree at the same time, or I don't know. I don't know, but let's try it. This is fascinating. A dynamic node that is not cleared after deleting some other node. It might be. The point is, though, I don't think, like, it doesn't make sense that when you pause the tree, there's going to be an error that says, oh, this node isn't in the tree. If the node's not in the tree, then it shouldn't be receiving any sort of, like, paused signal or anything. Is this when you're trying to update the process mode? Yeah, like when I start the pause. Timers, threads, etc. It could be a timer, maybe. Not is inside tree, so that deferred call didn't work. It's not related to the chain panel component, is it? I did just add some stuff. Did this just start happening? Hold on. Git stash. Discard local changes and reload. Oh, interesting. It did just start happening. So it's got to be related to something that I have in my current. That's fascinating. Okay, well, let's see if we can nail this down. Might be a good learning opportunity for everyone watching. We'll figure out where this issue's coming from. Git stash apply. So we'll put all those changes back. So it's probably not going to be related to any of the assets. So it's got to be related to the chain panel animator component changes that I've made here, which this audio stream player, this is probably not the problem. The tween callback for play out is probably not the problem. So it's probably this internal play in, which is the problem. Maybe. So what happens if let's get rid of this tween callback in there. And let's go ahead and run the game and see if that error still shows. Okay, that error is coming in. So it's not that. Is it related to grabbing this audio stream player node? Initialize chains. So this shouldn't be the problem. Connect markers. So what it's doing is it's establishing a bunch of chains that need to be in place based on the connect markers array here. And then it's duplicating this chain line here and then updating their positions. I wonder if the presence of this audio stream player is breaking something. What happens if I remove this? If I remove it and then yeah. What happens then? Hello, Safi. Is Node like a custom export implementation? Node is an attribute that will allow me to match nodes based on their member names in the script to the node name in the scene. So this is that's inside my Godot utilities library, which is available at my GitHub. Essentially the C# code source generator, when I can call wire nodes here, and for every member that has this node attribute, it will try to assign a line2D with name chain to this member. And so you can actually see how this works in this wire nodes. This is generated code from that source generator. And you can see what it's doing is it's trying to assign chain, which again is coming from here, to a node with the name of chain, or a node with the name of %chain, or lowercase chain, or %lowercase chain, so on and so forth. And it tries its best to match across a different set of names, and then it will fall back to some other matching. That's what this block is here. But that's basically what it does. So it just makes it easier for me to get my node references. Okay, so the audio stream player was the problem. So we're going to put the audio stream player back, and we're going to try to figure out why the heck this is a problem. So it doesn't like the audio stream player for some reason. Why? Is this like a Godot bug? I'm starting to wonder. If I change this process mode to always, maybe I should go. Interesting. Okay, something's wrong here. If I set the process mode to always, it stops breaking. But if I set it to inherit, then it's going to print that error. Okay, well, I think that's just a Godot issue, isn't it? So this is inheriting the process mode. The pause menu has a process mode of always, and then all of these things, including this chain panel animator component here, inherit the process mode. So this should inherit always from it, but it's not. So I don't know what to say other than this is a Godot problem. I shouldn't have to set process mode always here. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, good call, Felipe. Try pausable. No, that doesn't work either. It only works really when I do always. Huh. That's weird. So I'll switch it to always. I guess I'll just keep it on always because I don't want that error cluttering up the console, but I really shouldn't need to do that. Well, there's our Trixie issue for the day, I guess. Okay. Well, that was an interesting one. Thank you all for coming on that journey with me. All right, that'll be it for the stream today. I think I'll hang around for a few minutes in case there are any other questions. But in the meantime, again, if you'd like to support my work, please check out the links in the description below. Any little bit of support helps, even just liking the video and signing up for my email list at firebelly.com, all that good stuff. Wishlist and Gunforged, of course, is a huge help as well. And yeah, let's see if anyone else got any questions or comments before I head out. Probably reduce the sound effects here. Might change the zap sound effects as well. This is going to have to be iterative as well. I'm going to get all the sound effects I need in place, and then I'll replace and tweak sounds as necessary. Just messing around with the sounds, making sure everything's working good. I'll try to reproduce this error to open an issue. See, yeah, let's do one more wave and then I'll call it. I'll call it for the day. One more wave here. All right. Cool. Well, thanks again, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Gunforged is getting there. So far, we're on track to release the demo at the end of this month, the updated demo at the end of this month. So good to have you all here, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And